Alright guys, so I got a word for y'all today. So at my work I have a crucifix made up of metal tablets that are welded together. And I always have that on my workbench throughout my workday to just keep God in mind all the time, you know, when I'm working, or if I'm starting to get in my head or worrying about something, you know, on my work or something like that, you know, I have God to lead me back and let me know that everything's all right. You know, that's you got me here. So what God wanted me to tell y'all is that you need to have a strong stand with God, and you need to make sure that He's priority in your life, and making Him a priority in your life, which is what you should be. It's like the number one rule anyways, but having Him as a priority in your life and not trying to handle things on your own, He's going to show you His glory. So having Him as a priority, taking a strong stand with Him, is going to lead to strong leading. And that strong leading from God is going to lead you to your life purpose. And everyone's looking around, you know, in this day and age, you know, where do I belong? Where, you know, what can I do? And a lot of people don't know what their purpose is in life, and that's just common knowledge across the, you know, board, you know. So if you see God first, you allow Him to lead, you let Him, you know, show you your purpose. That's where you're going to be the most fulfilled at, because that's what you're meant to be here for. And nothing on this world or in this world is going to make you more satisfied than filling God's purpose that He put you here for. And there's a couple verses in the 2nd Chronicles. I don't know them off heart. I have them written down, but unfortunately I can't access my notes while I'm recording. But it pretty much goes, seek the Lord and He'll seek you or lead you, something along those lines. But if you forsake Him, then He will forsake you. So if you deny Him, He's going to abandon you. But even if you have that small mustard seed of faith, how Jesus said that can move mountains, that's absolutely true. And it goes along with what Pastor Stephen Furtick said. If you haven't watched this episode, you definitely need to. It's called The God of Again. And it doesn't matter how many times that you mess up, God is always telling you, like, again, you know, like, and I held that sermon really dear to me, for the fact of, everyone knows that I messed up in my life, and on multiple different fronts, but God never gave up on me, even though whenever I was under the oppression for a long time that I was out here by myself, you know, I was leading myself through all this. God just kind of forgot about me, abandoned me during, you know, especially my teenage years. But after you find Him, you seek Him. I know this has been kind of like a common thing, what I've been talking about. But I just think that God really wants me to drive home this point to the people who are listening, that as long as you keep on seeking Him, no matter what you're going through, He will prevail. Like just for example, I was starting to get worried about finances, and we're not the, you know, most well off. We're in quite a bit of debt, and I'm trying to work as much overtime as I can for my family to be able to, you know, get them forward, so we're not just living paycheck to paycheck. We're actually able to live they're not the best life out there, but at least a decent enough life that, if we don't feel like cooking, we can actually go out to eat. And they've been cutting on overtime at work here and there, and it was looking like I wasn't going to be able to work. But at the last minute, which happens every time, if that common knowledge that Jesus and God had come in that, fourth watch, that last hour, just, it takes it away. Like all your worries that you're doing were for nothing. And that's exactly what happened here. That I was getting worried about finances. I was crunching numbers, and it wasn't looking all that good. And then all of a sudden, I was told I was going to be able to work. And so another thing about that too, so God leading you, I went out and asked multiple supervisors and the head boss if I'm able to work every week. And God will give you those tools and those resources and people to seek out. But if you're not taking that step forward to help yourself and allow God to lead you, to these people that, like, hey, these people are here to help, go ask them. If I didn't do that, then I wouldn't be able to work at all. So it's better being told no, that there's no, work available, or no, this isn't going to happen, or whatever, that, like, in whatever situation that you're in, compared to not doing it. Because actually, just like what Steven said this past Sunday, or was it it was either this past Sunday or a sermon that I was listening to by him. He said that, what's the harm in asking? So it was a sermon that I was listening to. I'm not bad. And what's the harm in asking? Because the worst that you could be told is no. So you didn't have it beforehand. So if you get told no, you're still going to be in the same situation, but at least you took that step forward. And that's a big thing that people don't realize, is that whenever they're praying to God to take all these problems away. Another pastor I follow is Bishop T.D. Jakes, and he used an analogy that we use wood to build things. However, God just didn't give us 2x4s to build stuff with. He gave us trees. So he'll give you the tools, but if you don't use those, or he'll give you the resources, but if you don't use the tools in your life to extract those resources and get the benefits out of those resources, you're not going to be able to help yourself. You're not allowing God to lead you. Sometimes it's going to be an uncomfortable situation. So back to what I was saying, that you have a strong stand with God, and He leads you. That'll lead you to your purpose, and that's the top thing that everyone seeks out in this life, is what is my purpose here? And there's so many people that are unhappy with their lives because they're not seeking their purpose. They're just stuck and waiting for it to come along, and that's not going to happen. You have to put the work in, and as the old saying goes, hard work pays off. And I noticed that in my life, that a lot of people don't want to get up and do the work anymore. But you're not going to get out of the situation that you're in unless you put the work in to actually get yourself out of that situation. So that's pretty much it. That you have a strong stand with Him. You let Him lead. You actually put your full trust in Him, which, don't get me wrong, it's hard to do at times. There's times that I doubt. Everyone doubts. Everyone gets worried. Jesus said not to worry, but it's kind of human reaction when you got a lot of things going on. You don't know the outcome. But it's better, in my opinion, it's better to worry and still trust in God that He's going to get you out of it. And you don't know how, rather than how am I going to do it? What am I going to do here? And not allowing God to take that leadership role and ask Him, like, hey, I'm worried here. but I trust in you. I trust in your plan. I know you're going to get me through. And if it's your will that I know how I'm going to get through, please, show me, or, something like that, rather than I'm just going to do this on my own. It's not going to work out like that. So please, if I'm helping anyone, even if it's one person, honestly, I don't do this for the views. I do this to just be able to help and share what I'm, acquiring, taking things out of my own personal life, which are how I've been preaching. Maybe I'm preaching to myself. I don't know, because for a while I've been struggling with the finance department of things, and sometimes you gotta encourage yourself to set yourself back on the right path of listening to him. But if I am helping anyone, if anyone likes the videos, honestly, please share and comment. I will absolutely pray for you, how I said. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this, is to just lend a helping hand where I can. And if there's anything I can improve on, or different things that you would like actually for me to, talk about, if there's any things that are going on in your life that I can help out, and please let me know. Alright guys, God bless, and you all have a good day.